Hey, you guys, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki, and today I'm bringing opportunities for advertisement on my channel. If anyone is interested, they can email us at naughtylove2020 at gmail.com. Our prices are affordable and reasonable, and please reach out to us. We can start our videos with any commercials that you would like us to advertise. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out. One. Hey, you guys. Welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki. Bring you the latest and trending topics, and I vlog my life, okay? How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? I'm just giving everybody a chance to load up in the room, okay? So y'all see the title. We gonna get into it because Aoki, Russell Simmons' younger daughter with Kimora Lee Simmons is speaking out, and it breaks my heart, but she's saying her dad basically doesn't treat them well. Okay, and we're going to get into a little bit of the backstory, the goings ons behind Russell Simmons taking hiatus outside of the country due to SA allegation. But before we get into today's content, please remember to hit that like button. Also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. All comments are welcome. Just please respect YouTube community guidelines. All right. Also, share our content on different social media platforms, text, however you share. Just share the content. All these things help the channel to grow, and donations are required but appreciated. That also helps us to grow, to buy different equipment, pay for subscriptions, and things like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this intro to give people a little bit more time to load up in, and then we're gonna dive right in. Be back soon. Okay, I don't know if the intro finished or not, but StreamYard is acting crazy again, all right? Pausing on my videos and stuff. StreamYard, get it together. So, yes, thank you all for joining. Hey, Sparkle, I see you, baby. Hey, Latoya. Yes, thank you guys for joining me for my 45th birthday celebration. It was so much fun. And shout out to everybody who came out to show love. We really had a blast. Like, I really partied like a rock star, and it was just so much fun, just letting my hair down and just doing me a little bit. You guys have to follow me on my social media, on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on TikTok, to see the birthday highlights. But I am going to be editing a video together because all my friends sent me like different clippings and stuff like that. So I'll put like just a video just for YouTube. You're not going to be able to hear the music, but I'll do my little tweaking or whatever. But it was a blast. I was blessed with so many blessings. I got a chance to meet the Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva in person, and she is everything that she is on the screen, outside of the screen. And thank you so much, Diva, for coming to just meet me. Like, it was just so much fun, and I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I hope you got to know a little bit about me. Like, not much is different. I'm a party animal, okay? That's me. I love music. I love to dance and things like that. And I just love to let my hair down. Blessings upon blessings upon blessings. Thank you so much. All right. So now next we focusing on this move. Okay, that's still in the works, but making progress. So try not to be overwhelmed. So let's get into it. Cause Aoki, Russell Simmons' youngest daughter with Kimora Lee Simmons, model, actress. They were married for years. All right. Russell got with Kimora when she was about like 19 teen. All right. He likes them young. He had no shame in his game. Okay. But let's just say he has contributed a lot to hip hop through the years. All right. He founded and put together the group Run DMC, who is his brother. Run is his brother. And he started the record label Def Jam based off of that. And he's contributed a lot. But through the years, you guys, a lot of women have been coming forward bringing SA allegations against him. And because of all of these allegations, Russell has fled to another country, so he cannot be extradited. But we're going to get into a little bit of the timeline, and then we're going to get into today's current events. So shout out to Rolling Stone for dropping this article. All right. Make sure you all can see my screen. Yes. All right. There it is. So Russell Simmons SA allegation, a timeline. Let me get rid of some of these ads. All right, so since November of 2017, hip-hop icon and business mogul Russell Simmons has been accused of more than a dozen cases of SA or S misconduct. And he's real loose with it, okay? Simmons has responded by admitting inappropriate conduct in some instances, apologizing for the instances of thoughtlessness in my relationship with women. And my thing is, don't you have daughters? Would you want your daughters to be treated like this? No, sir. Okay? All right. So ever since these allegations, he stepped away from his business interests and converted his studio for yogic science into a not-for-profit center for learning and healing. So these were his statements that he told the New York Times. He vehemently denies all these allegations. These horrific accusations have shocked me by my core, and all of the relations have been consensual. That's what he's claiming. So Jennifer Jarosik on January 24th accused Simmons of the R word. She filed a suit against him, asking him for $5 million in damages. So in light of the latest accusation, here is the timeline. It's been tons, you guys. It's been tons of allegations. Let me know if y'all heard about this. There was a whole HBO special on this. The women were speaking out and things like that. And it's your classic scenario, men with power exerting their power to get what they want in the bed. Okay? We just want to keep it cute for YouTube. So in 1983, Simmons allegedly R-word Sherry Hines. So Sherry Hines was a member of the rap group Mercedes Ladies. She met Simmons as a fellow participant in hip-hop scene in December. She alleged that she ran into Simmons at a club where he invited her to visit his office nearby, and this is his pattern. So when she stopped by, she said he pinned her down and R-worded her. She later used the alleged incident as the basis for a R scene in her 2008 novel Mercedes Ladies. I felt embarrassed. I felt used. I felt worthless, Hines said. The way I felt at the time was, I can't believe this man just violated me like I was nothing. So then in 1984, Simmons joins Rick Rubin to create pioneering hip-hop label Def Jam. So Simmons was then 27, and with a 21-year-old NYC student, Rick Rubin, on an independent label named Def Jam. Rick wanted to start a record company as an independent company as opposed to some distribution deals, and it made sense. Simmons explained in 2011, I put the money in with him. It was only a few dollars in the first record. LL Cool J's I Need a Beat. All right, so it doesn't really say what he's alleging on that one. But then in 1988, Def Jam reaches new creative heights. Okay, so this was a banner year for the label, which released a pair of hip hop classics: Public Enemies, It Takes a Nation of Millions, Hold Us Back, Slick Rick's The Great Adventures of Slick Rick. Both went on to sell millions of copies. It was also the year that Rubin parted ways with Simmons. So we just talked about Rick Rubin, who had branched out into working with bands from different genres. If he's making Slayer, I'm over here making Orange Juice Jones. Where's the common thread? So this is Rubin right here, Rick Rubin. So then from 1988 to 1989, Simmons allegedly assaulted Lisa Kirk and Tony Sally. So the list goes way, hey, AT2, the list goes way back with these allegations. I wanted to put on some music this time. All right. So that's 1988 to 1989. I will leave the link for this timeline if you guys want to check it out. Then 1991 was a difficult year for Def Jam. And then this is when Simmons allegedly SA'd 4 women. So his history goes deep, you guys. And because of all these allegations, he has fled the country so that he won't get prosecuted. Hey, Just Simply. Hey, AT2. Hey, Nadia. I just finished doing a video on Simmons. Yes. Oh, Sparkle. Yes. Shout out to my Mercedes ladies. Sister Sherry. Sparkle, I'm sure you got some insight on this. I'm sure you do. And I'm going to drop the link after I give my stories. And I would love for you to come up and give your insight about this topic. All right. So he has fled the country. Hey, Corey. Oh, Rick is white. Why did they label it like that? Rolling Stone. This is after Rubin's departure. Simmons was running Def Jam with partner Lauren Cohen. Simmons also started and expand footage. Okay, you know who that is? Hey everybody, thank you for joining. Yes, this is he's had allegations for years and he's been using his power and money to avoid prosecution. And so the final step was him fleeing the country. All right. Well, his daughter, Aoki, has been speaking out, you guys. She is upset. She does not like the mistreatment that her father has been giving her, and we're going to dive right into it. I just wanted to give y'all a little history of why this fool running, okay? So here we go. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk.
About this because I don't like to have trouble for my dad. I have defended him every which way about stuff that I don't even know about. I was like 15, not knowing what sexual assault was, and I'm still defending my dad. Like, my dad's a good person. I've been a good daughter my whole life. And so you're not going to say that I'm ungrateful or awful. This man is awful to me. He has done awful things to me. And I'm so tired of it. And everyone just says, everyone loves your dad. Everyone you work with loves your dad. No one's going to back you up. No one's going to have you model for them because they all love your dad. And he's a terrible person. So if I never get any jobs ever again, then like, fine, I will go be a lawyer in the entertainment industry because I shouldn't have to lie or be bullied by a child. I have made so much about this. And we all say, please stop. I don't want drama. I love my family. I'm sure we'll all work it out. It's going to be okay. And I don't post anything because I want to have a peaceful family. But this is abusive at this point. And I really feel like my career is over. And it's fine. It's just... And he threatened me with that too. So... Maybe my career is over. You know what? I used to work at a refugee camp. I'll do that again. I'll be a doctor. I don't give a fuck. And I can never get a job in entertainment again. But you cannot just abuse your kids behind closed doors and not take accountability. Maybe I'll regret this when I'm older and I wanted to be a model and now I can't be. I don't know, but you don't get to do this. You don't get to do this. I'm sorry, and something tells me deep down that I'm gonna, I'm not gonna regret this. You don't do that. It's wrong. And we all say, please stop. I don't want drama. I love my family. I'm sure we'll all work it out. It's gonna be okay. And I don't post anything because I want to have a peaceful family. But this is abusive at this point. And I really feel like my career is over, and it's fine. It's just, and he threatened me with that too. So maybe my career is over. You know what?
So these are the text messages that she released between her and her dad. Let me read some of it. You put us all in. Just why? I'm out here praying for you and hoping everything goes well. And you call my mother a piece of ish. Now, Kamara, he sued Kamara stating that she stole money from him. And I think they ended up settling it out. So then she responds, neutral my ass. Don't even appear in your media. Your mother has stolen my money and the love of my kids as she promised. She is actually I don't know what that is. And she's responding, I will never speak to you until you die. Don't ever say that again. She did not steal it. You lost it. She's a piece of ish. Ooh, this is how he talking about her mom. Understand, you lost it with your actions. You put us all in. All right, so this is just a repeat of them going back and forth. So he is not only degrading her, but degrading her mom too in the process, which is a no-no. You should never talk bad about the other parent. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so she spoke out. Then she also released some footage of her father, but she muted it. But this is how he was talking to her. And she said in the caption, she said, this is not someone who will accept help. This is just one screen recording. Sorry, I don't always remember to press record. When he calls my friends, my boyfriend, anyone to get a chance to threaten and curse and go crazy. And we all know Russell got a filthy mouth. He has a filthy mouth. Yes, he does. Hey, Corey.
Hey, give me 1 second.
Uh-huh. All right. So this is him angry. And we've seen him on the reality shows through the years with a potty mouth. But everybody just laughs it off like it's nothing. All right. And then
hey, I forgot to turn off YouTube.
It's all good.
Yeah, Leor Cohen and Rick Rubin are clear gentlemen of a certain persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
Rick Rubin doesn't like that kind of bull crap. That's probably why he split ways with Russell.
Mm-hmm. But Russell always has been reckless with his mouth. He's fresh.
Look at how he did Katie from Potomac. Look how he did Katie from Potomac.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I forgot all about that relationship. We like from young. Okay. Kamara was only, 19 when she got with him?
17.
17.
He tried to talk to her at 17, and Tyra Banks was like, oh, no, you won't. No, you won't.
Exactly.
No, you won't.
Hi, boy. Hi, Corey. Yeah, child. They messy, honey. That's just a lot. I was trying to get my sister Sherry share on here. I sent her the link on Facebook, but
okay,
child, it's a mess. But this shit been going on for years, child. Please,
no, AT, she was 17.
Yeah, she was. Yeah,
and he
yeah,
wanted to
she was
make her.
16,
He was
17, just like
17
Lisa. Child, please.
because
All
not only would sorry about that, babe. Not
go ahead.
only would Tyra Banks look out for her, but Karl Lagerfeld at this time, Kimora was the darling of Chanel and Karl Lagerfeld's muse,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and he looked
Mm-hmm.
out for Kimora very well. Karl would not play that bull crap.
Hey, Peach Tea, exactly. Exactly. But his poor daughter, my heart goes out to her.
Yeah.
Um, to have to carry the weight of her father's mistakes, I think is just unfair.
Yeah. It's
I
just
just
beneath
message.
her.
I just messaged Russell and told him don't stop with that shit, child. Please, I ain't got time because, baby, I cannot. I move over there in Bali. Don't be trying to hide now, shit. All y'all shit coming out. Miss Honeycombs, they gonna get your ass too, child. You and Wendy. All right, yeah, child. Let me be quiet because I ain't trying. Well, I don't give a fuck because I'll be in federal court or Supreme Court. Which one? Because they know what they did. All of them. That's
All
like that
of
shit
it.
with Biggie and Tupac. So what's T? What's T, bitch? And I got millions of suits to get cute in and go in the courtroom. So what's T? Yeah, please. What's good? I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck
but this
about
isn't gonna
all
be
this
with
shit
you.
coming to the light. The monsters is being revealed, the YouTube monsters and the goddamn industry monsters. And I don't give a fuck because I go up against any of them. What's T?
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Roy here.
Hey,
But
Briere.
yes, y'all. Naughty, did you enjoy your birthday, baby? Naughty for your body, make you lose control, honey. You was serving, girl.
I had a blast.
Yes, you did. I wish I was there, darling. How are you, Corey? How are you? I don't know who that is on the bottom, but
That's
how
I'm
are you?
doing
Royer.
good. How are
Oh, hi,
you?
Royale. Royale, so cerebral. Royale. Yes, but Naughty, we
Hi,
got to get together.
everybody.
Yes. Yes. You hit
We
me
got to
up in
get
my
together, darling. Yeah, we got to get together. But I love you. I'm about to drop that. Let me see. I told Sherry to click your link and stuff because, child, it's a mess. But this shit
I
been going on
know.
for years.
I
Mhm.
Okay, because
know.
there's somebody in Brooklyn. I also gave you a link that Russell wouldn't even get played at his club. So, child, he had to beg. Russell had to beg to get played at his club. So, Russell better just go sit down somewhere, okay? Because, baby, the
Okay.
tea is coming out, baby.
It's
But
coming
I
forth.
love it. I love it. How y'all doing? I love it. I love it.
I
I
love you,
lady y'all.
Courtney.
All right.
All right. Take care.
Yeah, this is my era. I grew up on Russell Simmons music,
Hey,
and
Miss T, baby.
it's heartbreaking to see how
Oh, hey,
he was.
Corey. Can
Hey,
y'all hear me?
Briere.
And now we could. You're a little broken up.
Hold on.
And he was a pillar of our community.
It's
He got
disappointing.
us out to vote. He got us to give back. He got us to be more political and all of this. And underneath all of that is a monster.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You
I
know.
totally agree, Corey. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you didn't cut me off, sweetie.
Go
I
ahead.
totally agree, but if y'all really look at it, and not just Russell Simmons, a lot of the people who have been out here advocating for black people to vote, and do the right thing, they are problematic behind the scenes.
Mhm.
I've been watching Russell Simmons. Now, I didn't he's not a part of my generation because I'm only in my 20s, but I grew up on Kimora Lee Simmons. I love Kimora. She's always been beautiful, she's always been talented. And she even said on her live today, she got married to Russell at a very young age, probably
Mhm.
too
Mm-hmm.
young to be married. And kind
Mm-hmm.
of, went on to say that she was too young to be having children. And she saw a lot, she heard a lot, and she put up with a lot. And I
Mhm.
am just so it's profound that she would pick of all days today, Juneteenth, to come out and speak her truth that needs to be spoken. That her
Mhm.
youngest daughter, let me tell you, this is not unfamiliar for Aoki. If you watch Kimora Lee Simmons' Life in the Fab Lane back on Style Network back in the
Mm-hmm.
day, you will see
Mhm.
that Aoki has always been the rebel. She's always been the one to say it like she
Mhm.
mean it and shout it out. And she has had enough. Kimora
Yep.
has had enough, and it is time. You have been
attacking Kamora's elderly mom, who is in her last, years, and she's been sick recently. You're attacking Ming Lee, and Ming Lee is the sweetest young lady that you will ever meet. She's just so sweet
Exactly.
and so kind. She would never, and you see, she hasn't made any comments on this because this is not her. But I stand alongside Kimura and Aoki for speaking their truth and standing up. And for those people who feel like this is private business, it's not like people broke into their phones and released this information. He continuously attacks them and harasses them, and they have had enough, and they have a right to speak their truth just like anybody else. Point
Oh,
blank.
well spoken, Royer. I appreciate your kind words. Hey, Curves, how are you?
Hey, Curves.
Hey, Naughty, what's good? What's
Hey,
good?
Curve.
What's
Everything
good,
is
Roya?
good. So before we get into more commentary, I want to get into what Kimura Lee said. So I'm gonna mute everybody up. We're gonna get into this commentary.
Okay.
Happy. I see so many women on here that I know you're single moms. And I see a lot of guys on here that I know, you guys are single dads. I see a lot of people on here that I know make it work in spite of the odds, that I know make it work when, in spite of being abandoned, pushed to the side, dropped off. I see men a lot of times that spend like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on women, random women and their kids, and not even bother to talk to their own kids or even to send a birthday card or a birthday present or a gift card for a birthday meal, $100 meal at Applebee's. I don't know. Nothing. But they do so much for these, random whatever people, random men and women. So, happy Mother's Day. Go in peace. Go with God. Vaya con Dios. Thank you guys for listening to me. I see like Philadelphia. I see St. Louis. I see Kansas City. I see Europe in here and Texas and just so much. Everybody's on here now saying, what's going on? You guys got to enlighten the crew from the past. I see Queens in here. So that's it. All you moms and dads and the people who are really holding it down. Attack my kids. Don't have anything to say about what goes on in this house, because if you want to, then we can all just do that. And like I said, I like receipts. I have receipts. I've been collecting them. I've been baking a cake. So if you want it, just let me know. Hit me up and let me know that you want it. Got more. But please leave us alone. I beg. Sometimes I'm a little feisty. The yoga kind of escapes me, and I'd be wanting to like, but I'm back to being a yogi right now.
Kimura is a gangster on the DL.
Are living a life of sin and mess and crime and mess. That's the crazy part. So fix yourself. Don't throw stones when you live in a glass house. Okay? Make yourself right with your creator. And I see a lot of women on here that are saying, oh, this resonates so much. And and here's Yoki on here right now.
I see it.
Oh my God. How do I erase that? Attack my kids. Don't have anything to say about what goes on in this house. But Yoki said, hold on. Wait, let me screenshot this. Hold on. Here, Aoki Lee Simmons. Aoki says, I have phone tapes of him threatening me. Now, y'all know. Why would Miss Harvard have to do that? Miss Harvard, you don't have to do that. I love you, baby. Mama has your back all the time. But you don't have to do that. And I know you're always worried, Yoki, at what people are. Yoki said, hold on. Wait, let me screenshot this.
Everyone you work with, I had not done anything.
Oh God, my heart breaks for this young girl. Hey, Curves.
Hey, Naughty.
How you doing?
Whoa. I saw all of this when it was happening this morning in real time, and bless her heart. Milo, no. This is huge. And that whole thing about how the Me Too movement missed hip hop.
Yep.
All
the music
the
industry
chickens are coming home to roost. All of their spots are blowing up because it's time. The Me Too movement was about women being heard and women not being second class anymore and women not taking it anymore. And it was started by a Black woman actually, and then it got usurped as always by somebody else. But it was literally started by a Black woman trying to take back her personal power from what had happened to her. And then it morphed into the Hollywood, the Harvey Weinsteins, the starlets. But it was a Black woman that started it. And it's time. All the stories we hear about cough, cough, Jay-Z, about cough, cough, all the others, you know what I'm saying? And about cough, cough, Nicki Minaj's husband, allegedly. Just like all of these, what's the word for them? Perpetrators, all of these not nice men who have gotten to take advantage of their position, their power, and beautiful women for so long, allegedly. And there's no more protection for them because it's time in the universe. It's time. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so I'm glad. I'm praying for these ladies to have protection. Hashtag protect Black women. Hashtag protect women. Because when you're speaking your truth, that's the dangerous thing these days. Truth is supposed to set you free. But what we're seeing across the board is that the truth is oftentimes your freedom, but it's also to your detriment, depending on whose truth it's affecting. So for her to be like, I have threats from my own father against me. I have my sisters being threatened by who we know. Every time we see that fool, he's sitting in crisscross applesauce, pretending like he's meditating and he's oh so zen. But as it turns out, that was obviously, based on what these ladies are saying, a farce, and only for us to think about him in that regard, not knowing that his real side is not crisscross applesauce. It's nothing zen about that fool. And he's been tormenting the biological children that he's had for years. To make this girl get up there, he doesn't give her nothing. This is like Brian McKnight and his real kids. This is like, and there's like this theme also of the first set of kids getting dissed for the second set of kids' lifestyle. And I'm not sure about what's going on in this universe, but I know it's time to keep on speaking truth to whatever power that be in your life. And if it's important enough to make you cry, it's important enough to get out of you to the person that needs it so that you can start your healing and be on your merry way with life, because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, Russell doesn't have any more kids except for Ming Lee and Aoki. He only has those two.
Exactly. Hey, man, let me say hi to some of my people. Hey, Krista. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Fez. Hey, Emmanuel. Thank you guys for joining me. We're getting into Aoki Simmons. She poured her heart out to social media, okay? And talking about how like the allegations from her father affected her career and how her dad is very abusive towards her and her sister. And I want thoughts on this because Hollywood is rearing its ugly head. I mean, more and more is coming out about Diddy, Russell Simmons, all the heads. Okay, they've been able to get away from this sexual deviant behavior for so many years because they have money. That's what it comes down to.
And the times were different too. In the 80s, women were nothing. You know, we were just out of not being able to buy property or hold a credit card without a cosigner. You know, in the 80s, we were just out of that. We had just burnt our bras. We had just gotten the now in the feminist movement. Well, I should say the clear women's feminist movement. And we were just out of that and almost into the rock era. If you catch my drift.
Exactly.
and the Reagan era, and all of that comes to a head during Me Too. And because of Me Too, even though it was co-opted by clear women, was the catalyst to all of this dirt coming out. And I always knew, because my sister was in makeup. I had, and her girlfriend was in the music industry. So I always knew the inside tea back in the day. I always knew Russell Simmons was not Zen Om Namya Yoho Renge Kyo. I always knew he wasn't. He's got, that's the reason why he went to yoga, because he was biting people's heads off down at Def Jam and Fat Farm. Okay.
He's a real a-hole. He's a real a-hole.
Definitely. And like I said, he chased Kimura for years. He chased her for years. I think they got married she was around 20, 21, 22. And then he wasn't kind to her. She left him alone for an entire year. And he chased and begged her poor mother, begged her, where is she? I need her. I need her in my life, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, look, leave them other garden tools alone, and we can go ahead and get married. And they got married on a whim, and it wasn't in St. Bart's, and it wasn't a big event or an affair. Still fabulous, because we all know Kimura doesn't do anything without fabulosity. So yeah, she put up with a lot over the 10 11 years or 12 years they were married. She put up with a lot of crap.
She did. Miss Taylor Baby says he ran from Me Too movement to Bali. Exactly. Like to run from the allegations so he can't get prosecuted. He knew what was happening. And this is the problem. The fact that they have so much money, they could skedaddle out of the state, out of the country, and never have to be held accountable for the bad behavior. And that's what his daughter was crying about. Like, you are sick.
Lena Horne's daughter was one of his accusers. But she didn't have enough evidence to convict him. And that was the big hoopla. Yeah, that was the big hoopla with that, with the squashed Oprah documentary, because she did such a hatchet job on MJ and knew that those allegations about MJ were false and were proven guilty more than once, twice, in court, find false, and they were falsified and was a money grab. We all know, and we were still hot from her doing what she did to MJ. And when this Russell thing came up, we was like, you ain't gonna do it to another one. And we got it squashed. We were protesting and writing, shoot, I'm so mad. Yeah, petitions. Thank you, Brendan, to keep that one out, because she did such a wrong thing to MJ and she knew it was wrong, but she did it anyway for the money, right?
Hasten.
And I don't care if Oprah come after me. I don't care, Oprah. Make sure you spell my name right when you come after me, because I don't like you. I think you are a vulture to your own culture. I think she's a vulture to her own culture, but that's on a whole different, show.
That's a show for another day.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
But yeah, you guys, Russell Simmons' daughter is coming out. Look, these kids are not playing with these parents nowadays. They telling. They don't care. They coming on social media and they snitching on the parents. Okay, and that goes to show. Watch how you treat your kids.
And the funny thing about it is, Aoki was his favorite.
Right.
His little mini-me.
And that's what they say. They say that, you hurt the people closest to you.
Yeah.
But
Look at this
I mean,
rage at him. He's like
you know,
spitting at the phone, yelling at her.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest problem is the men coddling him in the industry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We saw the same thing with Sukiana last week. That boy was all up in her face, and them two men on the side was sitting there like ain't nothing was going down.
Mm-hmm.
They never want to hold their own brothers accountable. This is part of the reason why they're able to get away with things like this so long.
Yes.
Right.
That
exactly
old boy
why.
mentality, you know?
Little boy mentality, and people
Why
are
is
afraid
it
of
in
being
this
blackballed because he still has a lot of power.
And why in a world where men are supposed to be the protector, the provider, they're bigger mass, they're smarter, they're quicker, they're stronger, and then they need all of these coddling from women?
Mm-hmm.
Why do we need to protect them so much? Why is it always some kind of excuse? I thought you was the strongest, bruh. Be accountable. If you're the strongest, if you're the protector, protect your reputation and be honest in your integrity. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
all of this, oh, boys will be boys. That's an excuse. Where's the accountability? All of this, oh, it's just a phase. No, when girls go through anything, they put a label on us. We get a letter, you know, and it's none of this coddling. We were supposed to know better. We were supposed to learn. It's
why
almost
did you
like
put yourself in that situation?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then turn it around and they get all grown ass men get all of these excuses. That man knew better than to send an unwanted dick pic to somebody.
He's been sexually harassing women for years in our face.
Decades.
He was not shy about it.
That's not okay.
And my question is, why is this behavior harvested? You know what I mean? Why is it allowed? Why aren't we holding him accountable like the Harvey Weinsteins?
Right.
They got to catch him first.
Able to skedaddle to Bali.
They got to catch him first. And he will not step foot in the U.S.
Nope.
If they want to see their dad, they have to go to him.
He's
in Bali. And you know what? These girls have Ming just graduated with honors at NYU. Aoki is the youngest graduate at Harvard.
Wow.
They just graduated not too long ago. Early part of this month, rather.
I just find it quite odd that all of this is coming out the weekend of Father's Day. So for the people that joined late, we're getting into Russell Simmons' daughter, Aoki. She came out and opened up about the estranged relationship she had with her dad. Let me play this for my people that came in late.
Okay.
About this because I don't like to have trouble for my dad. I have defended him every which way about stuff that I don't even know about. I was like 15, not knowing what sexual assault was, and I'm still defending my dad. Like, my dad's a good person. I've been a good daughter my whole life. And so you're not going to say that I'm ungrateful or awful. This man is awful to me. He's done awful things to me. And I'm so tired of it. And everyone just says, everyone loves your dad. Everyone you work with loves your dad. No one's going to back you up. No one's going to have you model for them because they all love your dad. And he's a terrible person. So if I never get any jobs ever again, then like, fine, I will go be a lawyer in the entertainment industry because I shouldn't have to lie or be bullied by a child. I have made so much about this because, and we all say, please stop. I don't want drama. I love my family. I'm sure we'll all work it out. It's going to be okay. And I don't post anything because I want to have a peaceful family. But this is abusive at this point. And I really feel like my career is over and it's fine. It's just, and you threatened me with that too. So maybe my career is over. You know what? I used to work at a refugee camp. I'll do that again. I'll be a doctor. I don't give a fuck. And I can never get a job in entertainment again. But you cannot just abuse your kids behind closed doors and not take accountability. Maybe I'll regret this when I'm older and I wanted to be a mom.
All right, so this is just awful. This is just awful. It's crazy because my cousin commented. She said, "He has done awful things to me, Lord." That statement alone speaks volumes. I'm not implying anything, but hoping for healing. Pain is pain, which ultimately leads into trauma. So sad. This is heartbreaking, and
Although
it sounds desperate. Like I need some attention. Hey, Anna. Yeah, it's horrible. He
You know,
has
yeah,
Didn't
she's
some of this
upstairs
start?
crying. She's
Didn't
upstairs crying. Her mama downstairs crying. Good Lord.
right? Well, actually, she was in New York, and her mom's at the house wherever the house is. But you were mentioning this all happened around Father's Day, and from my understanding, based on what I saw, this started because they didn't post nothing about him being a great dad on Father's Day.
You
what?
kidding
It's
me?
all about the public. He wants to be looked at a good. Oh my God, he's such a narcissist.
Yeah, and she's
Is
like,
this
I'm not
what
gonna
is
just
this
post
what?
that. Like, why are you calling me, yelling at me about that? And I believe that's how it started. I had posted her full video, and I had missed like the first minute or so, but most of it's on my page, and that's what she had said in there.
Oh my God, this is all so he can get good PR because
Yeah,
he's probably missing the United States and all his freedoms or whatever, and he's trying to do this campaign, this good PR campaign. It just goes to show how phony Hollywood is, people.
right.
Everything you see on social media is staged.
Yeah,
Period. St. Peter Thomas is doing the same thing. He's trying to get with all these stars to get good PR out there. You're still a scumbag, Peter.
why are you saying
Regardless,
wait? You know I like Peter. What happened to Peter? What do you do now?
you know him and Bar One that they're getting sued or whatever. They're under investigation for the way they treat their employees because he doesn't pay his employees.
But that was just that one lady, him and the, well, I know it came up before, but the people end up paid. And this current lady, from what I understand, his side of the story with the receipts he posted showed that she had been paid, not in one check, but in 4 checks. And he also went on to say that that lady was like a reformed, like she was basically a second chance hire and had a criminal record, and he was willing to try to overlook it to try to quote unquote help her. And then she ended up doing this. So, but he posted the receipts as her paid. And I know it came up before, but from what I understand from small business owners, sometimes payroll can be an issue, but ultimately his people end up paid.
Yeah, well, they have a whole investigation started with the Department of Labor.
Yeah,
Whoa.
because
Yeah,
he has undocumented people cooking and
yeah.
whatever.
Oh, he's in Florida.
He's
Oh
in
yeah,
Florida
his
and
ass is in trouble.
Be More, but I haven't heard anything about the Be More restaurant.
Mhm.
You know. So it
Well,
must be
yeah,
only the Florida place because they have
It's a
that new
Florida.
yeah. They
law.
just passed that law that if you, de Satan, the Grand Wizard, put that law into
Mm-hmm.
effect that if you are undocumented or hire an undocumented person, then you're going to get in trouble.
Exactly. Hi, makeup. I do have Peter's video from earlier. We could play it here. Do any of you ladies have anything else to say about Aoki and Russell Simmons? I say the music industry needs their own hashtag Me Too movement. It's time to
Mm-hmm.
clean it up. I'm tired of these men being able to get away with M words because they have money and power. You cannot
Right,
Mm-hmm.
mistreat people. You
right.
cannot violate people and then go on like it's nothing.
Well, all I want to say is Aoki, kudos. Kimura, kudos.
Yes,
Look, I'm sorry you guys have to cry about getting your truth out, but we needed to hear this as people that grew up on his music, that
Mm-hmm.
might idolize him in a way or might think that he has done no wrong. Part of loving somebody is knowing that they do wrong and then choosing to love them anyway.
hmm,
So if we choose to continue to hope he gets help and love him for all of the things that he added to the culture, then we can do that. But I feel like we definitely are entitled to the full breadth of who these so-called stars are. And that
Mm-hmm.
includes their darkest and their brightest moments. And I'm just praying for, you know, healing for these ladies, continued empowerment and protection, because from
Yeah.
what she said, he sends people to their house in the middle of the night to get them to try to sign stuff.
Mm.
And that's abusive. She's right. It's a freaking abusive.
Yeah.
Protect them. Protect them,
Protect them
huh,
and
baby?
speak up, people.
Exactly.
Don't
Yeah.
hold people's secrets. Don't hold these skeletons for people. Let
Yeah.
them be held
Hmm.
accountable. And I get how she feels, because like that's my dad. I love him regardless. R. Kelly kids probably went through the same thing. Like, people, please think about before you make decisions how it's going to affect your kids.
For sure.
Seriously, because they're living in a public life, whether we like it or not,
Yeah.
and you subject them to bullying, harassment when you do things like
Hmm.
this.
Yeah.
It's not going on the days where women are continue to be treated like property. I'm so over. Russell Simmons' mentality is duplicated all throughout the industry. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not just the music industry. Corporate America is like this too.
Mad Men. They made a whole
Yeah.
series. It was called Mad Men.
Hmm. And the GOP wants to drag us back that way.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's just like, really? Is this what we're gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know how I feel about that butt cheek.
Hmm.
Exactly.
That's the look. That's the most idiotish butt cheek of them all right now.
Right.
Exactly. So let's hear what Peter Thomas had to say earlier, since everyone's asking for it. Here we go.
Okay.
Good afternoon, IG World. Right on the waterfront, bar one. So today's Monday, and a lot of the vendors are calling because it's Monday. A lot of people want to get paid. But I'm explaining to several vendors that called today that it's a national holiday and it's called Juneteenth. Because most of them are white or Latin, they don't know what I'm talking about. So I said, it's Juneteenth. They're like, what is Juneteenth? I said, it's a national black holiday. You know, after the emancipation of slavery, okay, some slaves didn't know that they were free in Texas, and later on, you know, became like a national holiday, you know. But let me not explain to y'all. Let me just show y'all. So I need y'all to scroll to the right, and it will explain to you. If you ask Siri, Siri will tell you what Juneteenth is. Good afternoon, IG World.
I love it.
I love it. He like, you know how you don't work on Shabbat? I don't work on
Mm-hmm.
Shalom. This is a federal holiday. We're not working today. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Exactly.
Look at
Exactly.
Michelle. Peter,
The
do
banks
another
aren't
video
even
tomorrow
open
where all
today.
these people get paid.
Yeah, but the banks aren't even open today, though.
No, they not. They not. Actually, I went to the bank earlier. They are not open. But Peter, why you always having payroll? He curves. He's always having constant payroll issues. Because I think Peter is
Yeah, that is
bad at
weird because
managing
his
money.
restaurant looks like it's jumping. It looks like it's jumping in there.
Yeah.
So
Well, in Miami, well, I don't know how jumping B-more is, but I know in Miami, every business in Miami is suffering right now. Every business in Florida is suffering right now. Anyone who lives in Florida right now, your rent's about to go up, your mortgage is about to go up. If you're buying a home in Florida, I just saw a news report where there are brand new homes people are bought and paid for in Florida. Guess what? They're getting water damaged
from what?
because they had
Nice to
no
all you,
roof.
baby.
Because guess what? All of the construction workers have left
We're
the state.
undocumented. Oh yeah.
They have left the state. Most of East Coast, be ready to be out of your favorite fruits and vegetables. Why? All of the farm workers have fled the state. And the clear people don't
I'm
want
in
to do
California.
what we used to do by whip, you know?
Oh,
You
they can't
know?
do it. I did a whole. We watched that video,
Mm-hmm.
Corey. It was so
Yes,
funny
we
watching
did.
Bob with his eyes out on try to pick an orange. They said those fools didn't last 2 hours.
Show didn't. Show
That
didn't.
Florida heat is something different, y'all. And then you add farming to it.
Exactly. So things about to get rough. Okay, we already in almost a Great Depression, almost, right? We're in a recession right now. Inflation is a bear, right? So everything's gonna get worse. So he's gonna have to close bar one soon in Miami.
I'm suspecting that, but he's been doing like this press tour, meeting up with anybody and anything to try to make it turn around. And so this is Nene and him meeting up, and Nene is talking. Oh wait, no, that's with the other guy. But there's another one where she meets up with Peter.
Well, that was a good clip because Nene and Homeboy broke up allegedly. So Peter, they had happened to see each other at bar one, and he's saying, "Oh, look at these two. When are you guys going to get it together?" Because Peter liked them together as a couple, and she's like, "I'm just here talking to my friend." But then watch the way Nene like touches the man's knee and leans on his lap. I think Nene still likes him, but maybe it's about the suit. Her getting sued by his wife that they had to announce that they were broke up or something.
I think it's a little more. I think it's
She's
more though.
I don't know. She has been posting stuff about narcissists, but what they're saying in this video is she's saying, "Go on with the camera. Something wrong with the cameraman. Why are you so close?" And then he's like, "We're hand on knee, lean in." Oh, she just wanted to smell it a little bit, and he's all. Look how cheesy he is. He is so relaxed and open to anything she's willing to give him, any touch, any look, any gaze.
To talk her out of them drawers. He trying so hard to talk her out.
So so I think this was. I don't know if they really broke up or not.
Yeah, on Larry Reed. Yeah, on Larry Reed, she was saying that she is confused about Yanni right now. She don't know what she want to do. She don't know if they're exclusive or they're not exclusive. They're together, they're not together. She don't know.
She's married.
All she know is he not treating her right now, and he ain't saying what she need him to say. And she's just like, I'm in my soft era. If you can't take care of me, you won't take care of me, then you got to go. I want to be in my soft era, y'all.
Right?
I'm tired of taking care of people.
I want to be in my act bad era. Act bad. Well, speaking of divorces, it looks like Faith and Stevie J's divorce is finally going to be finalized.
Thank you, Lord.
There is a God, okay?
Well, I wonder why did he finally sign? Does he already have another sugar mama in the
wings? Because that's what he do. He living off of women.
Yeah.
So shout out to
and it all started with Eve. Eve is the one that got away.
Yeah. Eve
is living her best life. Eve living her best life.
With Maximilian.
They just had the Gumball 3000 just wrapped up. Eve and Maximilian is living a fairy tale life.
Right.
So it looks like they're waiting for Faith to hand over final financial documents. I think he's trying to get alimony.
Yeah, he probably is.
Yeah, he is. He's trying. So Faith asked the judge to reject Stevie J's spousal support. He is such a bum, y'all.
He's such a freaking bum. He's a band. Bands.
And he's the one that filed for divorce.
So that means she should get the money.
Remember, she had the DV case against, but it got dismissed. But Stevie J refused to testify. They playing, y'all. They playing with the court system.
I think she's really done with him this time.
I hope so. I hope so. I didn't know why.
If this divorce is finalized, the world would be a better place. Seriously. Like, Faith, I wish you the best, but you should have never married him. Like, they got married like impromptu. It was doomed from the start. It was
We need
Like
to
you
invent
do,
an
Jay.
antidote for digmatization,
Right.
so that when our friends get digmatized,
You just
we
spray them
can give
down.
them an
we got
antidote and undigmatize them.
in the words of Jonathan, Stevie, give me that beefcake, Stevie. Give me that beefcake.
That's Jocelyn.
They're all losers. Most of them are losers in Hollywood. It's all a farce, guys. And they'll love bomb you and gaslight you and make you move real fast. You know what I mean? Because they trying to hoodwink you into the relationship so you'll be stuck with them.
Yeah.
So you be stuck with them. That's what these narcissists do, you know. But Faith, you know, her history with men is just like, Faith, come on now. You still doing this
It
at your
probably started
age.
with a dad.
That would be a good story to find out. What happened in Faith's life that this was her decision?
Because the way she tells it, she had a wonderful life. She grew up in a church. So how'd you end up? It's the industry.
It's
I
Well,
think.
biggie.
preachers, from my experience with preachers' kids, being a preacher's kid, is that you kind of want to see if all the things they told you burn in hell for will cause spontaneous combustion once you do them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's that. And then when you don't spontaneously combust from one sin, then you try the next one and the next one and the next one. So it can be quite the journey when you've had all of this, positive reinforcements all your life to naturally be curious about, well, was it true?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Well, we know Stevie J is forever a bum, okay? Like, that's it. His money dried up, so he has to live off of women. This is the type of gaslighting that's going on in the world, you guys. You have to beware and protect yourself. And if you have a person that, like, is moving really fast in a relationship, not allowing you to nurture that relationship so you could really, truly get to know them, so you can fact check everything they're telling you, red flag. Run, Forrest, run. Okay,
Yes.
it shouldn't be fast like that. You know what I mean? You make mistakes, you end up caught up and things like that. So just beware, lady. It's a lot of love bombing going on. You see it with Krishan Rock and Blueface. They do it all the time. Just this week, now she's saying, "Oh, she has a boyfriend." They play in our faces all the time to keep you
All the
watching,
time. Yeah.
and it's all lies. It is all lies, and it's so sad that they're playing in our face because we have, which our next story, Amanda Bynes, who is suffering with her mental health. And you know, I like to talk about mental health wellness and things like that, but mental health is a lifelong struggle for a lot of people, you know, and when your medications get off balance and everything, it can cause problems. But shout out to
Yeah.
Hollywood Unlocked for dropping this footage. Amanda Bynes reportedly detained for mental health evaluation 2 months after release from a facility. Okay, so this is pictures of her being detained. And if y'all remember, a few months back, she was walking in Hollywood
Butt
and
naked.
yeah, she was doing a lot of strange things.
Yeah.
I
But this
wonder.
sometimes happens when your meds get off balance, or if you're not taking your meds right, it'll cause your moods to constantly swing and shift.
You know what's interesting? There seems to be like this common thread with childhood stars, and then they end up in a conservatorship with substance abuse problems and mental illness. And I'm kind of feeling like the adults that had charge over these child stars may not have protected them as much as they should have, or looked out for the actual child's best interest as much as they should have, for there to be such an exorbitant number of people, now adults, dealing with this that were child stars. You know what I mean? Like the whole Corey Feldman and the two Corey story. Everybody knows about that. And so we can assume that if it was happening to them, this horrible thing where the most powerful of men are allowed to go to rooms with underage children and have their picks and do what they do to them and be protected after they do it. then we can assume that it's happening to these young girls too. And this definitely looks like part of that spiral that Corey Feldman went on. And it definitely looks like the part of the spiral that even Britney Spears is going through. And she was a child star. What you talking about, Willis? He went through it. All those kids
Todd
on that whole
Bridges.
show, the girl on that show, and both the boys on that show all had issues. And so I'm thinking that it has to do with the beast that is Hollywood and what goes on there and what people are willing to give up in exchange for the fame. But in these child star cases, I'm pretty sure it had mostly to do with whoever their guardian was and letting that happen to them. Allegedly.
Not all of these child stars were essayed. Some of these people are has a predisposition for these mental illnesses that they have. Amanda Bynes' parents are academics, so I'm pretty sure they had a close eye on her. The way it looks to me is like she has a predisposition for this type of mental illness. And the problem is it surfaces around 20, 21, 16. I believe Britney was one, overworked, and two, has a predisposition for this. And I know the Coreys, definitely that was a case for that. I know Dana Plato, I think she had a casting couch issue happen, but she has addiction in her family as well. So she has a predisposition for that. I think Todd Bridges' situation and not Emmanuel Lewis, what's his name? Arnold. They were breadwinners for their families. And when their careers were over, they couldn't handle not being famous anymore. And that's what led Todd down to that road. I know I can't think of what is Gary Coleman. There it is.
Yeah.
Gary Coleman's issue was his parents stole his money.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the people who are supposed to have been protecting these children were actually using them the same way everybody else does.
And Corey Feldman, Michael Jackson helped him emancipate himself so his parents can stop taking his money. And then I don't know if he told Michael about the things that happened to him and the other Corey. I don't know if they discussed that. But Michael tried to help a lot of people. He helped Brooke Shields. He helped Mariah. He helped who else? He tried to help Tatum O'Neal, but she tried to jump his bones.
Hollywood is weird. I was watching Choke No Joke the other day, and he did a commentary on why he would not interview Jaguar Wright. And he talked about the industry, like in the different levels, from when you get signed all the way up until where you got to choose whether it be homosexuality or the spiritual realm. And so the reason why he doesn't want to interview Jag, because he feels like she's being spiritually attacked. She chose spiritual side or whatever. But the child violation is known in the industry. Corey has been speaking on that for years, on Dr. Oz and everything else. It's real. Like, I was so upset because one of my family members into my daughter into like one of these talent agent websites and stuff like that. I'm like, you shouldn't have did that without my permission. I don't want my kid in the industry. When she turns 18 and she's old enough to make her decisions, if that's the way she wants to go, I'll support her through that. But
and on Amanda, it was a while ago. When she was 28, she's now 30 something. How old is she now? 30 something.
That's her early 30s, I think.
Yeah, but when she was 28,
36.
She's 37. So 10 years ago, she started talking about how her dad essayed her And she tweeted about it actually when she was 28, and it got a lot of attention. And she said that he was physically and verbally abusive throughout her childhood. And she tweeted all of this stuff. And but of course, the family is saying blah blah blah. You're mental. So I do feel like even if her parents were academics or whatever, it still seems like there was some stuff going on at that house where she wasn't being protected adequately. She did end up ultimately deleting those tweets, but she didn't really ever take back what she said.
Mm-hmm. It just makes you wonder what made her click, and it could be a predisposed condition, as Corey said earlier. And a lot of times it sets in the early 20s. It could be normal, and then all of a sudden clicks in your brain chemistry to make it balance.
And then, like for predisposition stuff, would it be so if she was being essayed or whatever?
That could trigger it.
Then that could trigger the
trauma
triggers for the addictions to, you know what I mean? So even if you are predisposed, it still would have to do with the whatever you're exposed to.
Yeah, it's a trauma that triggers it.
Right. That's really sad. I didn't really know that about her. And I love Nickelodeon and I love Nick at Night. And I let my kids watch Disney, and I used to want my kids to be child stars. I used to be like, I can make you famous. And now I'm like, never mind.
Yeah, for the longest, it was Amanda Bynes and Nick Cannon that were the face of Nickelodeon.
I wonder if she has any Nick stories.
She might.
He's been
I wonder if he has any stories. I wonder if part of him making all these kids could be part of how he is treating the trauma that he was exposed to from that.
It's a possibility. His dad is also a Rolling Stone.
And that's where he's womanizing from.
He loves Dr. Sabi, and Dr. Sabi was known to have a sister-wife type. And he got several women.
You know, Nick
with several. So it's like he's got bad influencing all the way around.
And he strikes me as the kid that was very corny. And then when he got a little attention, I think he kind of went crazy. Like, I feel like Mariah was a trophy for him.
Yes.
Like, just to validate his ego and things like that. Because that's why he's still pining over her still to this day. But you go and make all these kids and ruin any possibility of us ever bringing our family back together. But I just feel like he was the unpopular corny kid, because I used to call him corny back in the day too, until he did Drumline. You know what I'm saying? He got a little swagger for me then or whatever. But Love Don't Cost a thing with Christina Milian, him running after her like a little puppy. Like, I feel like that was his life. And then because he got into the industry, he started getting a little attention. He started slinging D everywhere.
Mariah's the one
that said he is not attractive. Especially with all them kids. He definitely not attractive to me.
Yeah, Mariah gave him that street cred.
Absolutely. Mariah brought his status up, not the other way around. And then also I battle with, like, maybe Mariah just wanted her kids, period. That's all she wanted from the relationship, and she got out.
That's a possibility too.
Because she was older. So her time clock was ticking. Or whatever. But, you know, Nick Cannon, Russell Simmons, you see the same type of personality traits that resonate. They want to live a life of leisure, bed hopping from here and there, and no accountability. One thing I can give Russell, he didn't make a bunch of kids. You know what I'm saying? But he's still disgusting.
Dirt.
He's disgusting. And for him to have daughters, nieces,
Yes.
And the family's doing a good job of not speaking on it because they still going on with their own little productions, but we just gonna act like this is not happening. That's what's killing me about the whole thing. Every time he comes to chime in on the subject from Bali, it's just like, chime in on your allegations, sir.
Right.
Why do you have anything to say? And I think it's just quite thirsty.
What does Reverend Run got to say? I want to know about
I
this.
really want to hear from the family. I really do. Especially now that the daughter came out. Like, come on, Rev.
I know I'm gonna have to go back and follow the other one. What's the other one's name? Damn. The one who's a reverend.
Reverend Run.
Reverend. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go follow him to see if anybody in his camp goes live about any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly, because like, what do you guys have to say? Like, you and him are brothers. You had to have known something about these personality traits.
Yeah.
I mean, because when he was on their show, their reality show, Run's House, his mouth was filthy to me just in front of his nieces.
Oh.
So I only can imagine what he's like as a boss and things like that.
Did you not see his reality show about his he had assistants. He was looking for an assistant, and there used to be a reality show about his assistants, and he would just yell and scream and
curse.
If they didn't get anything right, it was just like he was worse than Diddy.
Oh wow.
They all in the good old boys club. If you ask me, Diddy is a jerk. I never forgave Diddy for making it the band walk across the Brooklyn Bridge for some damn cheesecake. Like, he exploits people. It's about the power and the control. He another one that was an ugly duckling when he was a kid. Okay.
Yeah. And he's another
and
one
making Laverne Cox change in the middle of the street in New York.
He does some a-hole stuff to me.
When
and
she was
just the level
violent.
of he has a certain air of entitlement too. Like, I like confidence. I don't like entitlement.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Floyd Mayweather. He's way too cocky for my liking.
Yeah.
But it's all the same thing. They don't want to be held accountable for their bad behaviors, and they're abusive to keep you quiet.
Right. Well, I love you, ladies. I'm gonna have to go charge this phone for it. That kicks me out. Thanks for having me up, Knotty.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm about to end the show here. I appreciate you ladies joining me today about this topic because we need to have these conversations and why more people aren't speaking up about this creepy behavior. I have no idea. But we're going to have the conversations over here. Why is Russell Simmons able to hide in Bali so that he doesn't catch charges, so that they don't extradite him? Why is this okay?
Exactly.
Why is this okay? And now it has trickled down to his daughters. That young girl is hurting.
She is.
I was just saying the other day, Corey, to my girlfriend, men don't even know how to approach women anymore. All right. No. They don't know how to be gentlemen.
They don't.
I get nervous around women, so don't look at me.
Hey, Brendan.
Hey.
He's so sweet.
Exactly. So yeah, no, thank you for sharing your thoughts, Corey, and giving your input, because I just really been wanting to talk about this subject. So it's just so ironic that this all came out. But I'm sending prayers to Aoki and Russell. You need some help, man. You need some help. You need to ask for forgiveness. Seriously, you need to get on your knees, ask for forgiveness so that you can move forward in a healthy way with your children.
Amen.
Fed said Brandon is always so sweet. We love Brandon.
He blessed.
When you guys going, please make sure you go over to Larger Curves and subscribe to her channel, and go over to Lola Lane and subscribe to their channel. They be having real deep, in-depth conversations, which I love. When's the next time you guys going live?
Hopefully this weekend.
This weekend?
Yeah.
All right, things are gonna be quiet for me now that I got my birthday out the way.
I know that's right.
So I should be in the house more.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much, Corey. We'll talk soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you all for joining me on this show today. Let's leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think about this culture in the music industry where they coddle men in their bad behaviors. And they allow them because they have power and money to get away with mistreating women. Like, I'm just so tired of this mentality that women are like property. We are human. We have rights, and no one deserves to be violated, whether it be verbally, whether it be sexually, mentally. This narrative really needs to change. And I'm really proud of Aoki for coming out and speaking her truth. Gone are the days where these kids in Hollywood are going to cover for their parents. They are speaking up, they're using their voices, and they're using their platforms. And we're just over the deadbeat dad stuff, okay? We're just over it. But the kids are speaking out now. They have voices. So please remember to hit that like, subscribe, and that bell button, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Until all my haters. Let's see if it works, y'all.
And I wanna say thank you in case I don't thank you enough.
It worked halfway. I love my haters too. And I appreciate all my birthday wishes. Happy Juneteenth to all of my Naughty crew. And happy belated Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I hope you all had a wonderful day. That's all I have for you, Naughty crew. I'm out. One.